Hello, this is Christine from Girl Scouts Heart of Michigan. Today I'm going to walk you through step 4 of the Cadette Book Artist Badge. Now that you have a journal or scrapbook, what do you do with it? Well, your options are as limitless as your imagination. However, sometimes when you have limitless options, it can be overwhelming and leave you unsure of where to start. So today, I'm going to share with you 3 options for some inspiration. Option 1 will be for function, option 2 is for memory keeping, and option 3 is for artistic expression. So let's get started. Option 1, using a journal for function. In a previous journaling video, I shared some tips on how to use a journal for tracking our daily habits, moods, and good things that happen, so that we can be more mindful of our decisions and make meaningful personal growth. But we can also use a journal for many more helpful things, such as our hobbies. One of these could be to use it as a field journal and to take it with you when you go out on your next hike. Maybe do some bark rubbing or make some notes or drawings of some of your favorite inspirational things that you see in nature. It can also be a great place for wonderful recommendations that you receive from some friends and family, such as if you are an avid reader and get lots of great book recommendations and want to keep track of what those are. You can make a note, you can list them out, or even make a nice little creative drawing and list them out that way. And then you have a quick and easy way to find and remember what those book recommendations are when you're ready for a new book. It can also be a great place to do some creative planning. I did this recently when I needed some help with planting a garden bed and wanted to replant one of our gardens into a pollinator-friendly garden. And it helped me to figure out visually which plants to choose and not choose based on height and spacing and color. And knowing that I would be making a lot of edits, I lightly sketched this first in pencil so that erasing would be easy. And then once I found a plant that I was sure I was going to choose, I then colored in the plant and added the name and the height just so that it was a more permanent thing on the page. If you're interested in more information about garden planting, look forward to our upcoming video for our junior level gardener badge. A second option I'm sharing with you today is using your journal for memory keeping. This is often also referred to as scrapbooking or smash journaling, and involves putting together a page or even a whole journal to help remember a special event, such as a vacation. These are created by decorating the pages with photos, things from the trip such as tickets or maps, notes about that part of the trip, and even some extra embellishments for decoration. Pages can be as simple or fancy as you like. A few tips to keep in mind when scrapbooking is when you're planning to use decorative paper, using colors and patterns that coordinate with the pictures will help the page be more pleasant to look at. Also, if you're someone who likes to create a page as you go when you're scrapbooking, a journal that allows for adding in more pages later on is a great option. That way, if you find that your creativity spills beyond the number of pages you have, it's easy to add in those extra pages you need later on. When using a smaller journal or one with a limited number of pages, it is well worth the time to spend time to know how many pages you are limited to and to plan out and figure out exactly which pictures you would like to use and a layout for how you would like to have them in the book. That way you can save a lot of money by printing only the pictures that you plan to use and saving a lot of time and frustration by making sure that the pictures are the right size for the page and making sure that they will end up fitting on the page and the layout that you like. My last tip for scrapbooking comes right down to the basics of making sure that you're using a good adhesive. It will save a lot of time and frustration. Because if you spend time to create a beautiful page, it would be really frustrating to later have the pieces of that page just fall off because you didn't have the right type of glue or tape. I prefer to use a double-sided tape when sticking pictures and paper pieces to a page because I know that they're going to stick together quickly. I won't have to wait for the glue to dry, and I know that they will stay in place. Now, this doesn't look like your average double-sided tape. This is just a special glider gun, just because I do enjoy a lot of scrapbooking and card making and go through a lot of tape this way. So this helps me to be more efficient when I do that. However, when I come to using some different embellishments for decorating the page, I do find that when things are heavier than paper to paper sticking, such as for putting on a decorative ribbon or maybe even a little bit of some dried flowers for a journal, sometimes regular double-sided tape is not strong enough. So in that case, depending on what I have, I might use some super tape. There's a few different names for this, but I just commonly will find this as a super tape, and it comes in some different thicknesses for what you need, or maybe even some glue dots, which come in all kinds of strength, but I typically will end up getting it in super strength because that's what I will use it for.